Our topic today is the story of the mysterious letters of the Boulevard House. Bring a cup of tea or your favorite drink and let's get started. The story of the mysterious letters of the Boulevard House. Buying a new home is always an exciting event and makes you feel great. But for the couple Derek and Maria Broadus, their dream new home located at 657 Boulevard quickly turned into a nightmare. And in fact, the house itself wasn't a problem, but the problem was the letters the couple received in the period between 2014 and February 2017. 4 threats from a mysterious sender turned their lives into a nightmare. The house consisted of 6 rooms and its price was about $1.3 million in 2014. The neighborhood in which the house was located was very good, and Derek, who is 40 years old, worked hard until he reached the position of first vice president of an insurance company in Manhattan, and was finally able to buy his family as a dream home. But before the couple officially moved to 657 Boulevard, they received the first strange letters, and that was in June 2014. While Derek was busy repainting one of the rooms, and when he finished, he decided to check the mailbox and found some bills and a letter in a white envelope addressed to the new owner. And when Derek opened it, he found some words of welcome, and then he found a series of questions like, "How did you get to this house? And did the forces in the house call you?" The house used to belong to my family, and after 110 years of building the house, I became tasked with keeping an eye on it. Do you know the history of the house? Do you know what lies within its walls? Why are you here? I will find out. The content of the letter was very strange to Derek, but it was very clear from it that the writer of the letter was already watching the house. He spoke in the letter about the mini Honda parked in front of the house. He also mentioned the renovations that are taking place in the house. And what is more, he mentioned Derek's children. The 3 wondered if there was a 4th son on the way. He finished his letter with, "Hey, my friends, let the party begin," and put the observer's signature at the bottom of the letter. Of course, this message was enough to make the father feel horrified. The writer of the letter knows a lot about the family and is already watching them. He turned off all the lights and curtains in the house and then called the police department immediately. And when the policeman arrived at the house, he asked several routine questions that advised them to take several measures to reduce any danger to the family. After meeting the policeman, Derek called the previous owners of the house and asked if they had received similar messages. But the owner of the house told him that they had lived in this house for 23 years and did not receive any similar messages until several days before they left the house, and received a message similar to the one Derek received, but that considered it a joke and threw it in the garbage. Over the following weeks, Derek's family tried to take strict measures to keep their children safe. A letter detailed their ages, descriptions, and surnames. The parents suspected that the author of the letter was one of the workers who participated in the renovation of the house, which made him keep a close eye on the family. Soon, the second message arrived from the observer, which was also talking about the way the children sleep in similar matters and whether they found the things hidden in the walls, which made Derek suspect the observer's mother is a neighbor, but the investigations did not yield any result. With the arrival of the third message, the family began to think seriously about getting rid of this house and moving to another house. They also planted more surveillance cameras and hired a private investigator to find out the identity of the observer. The investigator suspected a neighbor again and was investigated to no avail. The matter exceeded the limit with the arrival of the 4th message, which carried a direct threat to family members this time, as the observer threatened that they might be exposed to a car accident, fire, or mild illness and then develop day after day. But since the 4th message that they received in 2007, the family has not received other messages, and yet the family has become distinguished among neighbors and even on social media. Some see that the family has fabricated these messages as part of a fraud, but others believe that this message prevented any buyer came close to the house and lost a lot of its market value. And it is not likely that any other buyer will approach it in the near future. And with the end of the messages, the observer's personality and purpose of those messages are still vague until today. The end. Thanks for watching. Don't forget subscribe.